Hello, my name is Samuel McCullough, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use Fraxferry. Fraxferry is Frax's cross-chain bridge that allows you to send any Frax asset to any network that is supported. The difference between other bridges and Fraxferry is that Fraxferry implements a 24 to 48 hour lockup on the assets as they transfer between chains. So say you're transferring assets between Ethereum and say Arbitrum or Ethereum and Avalanche. Once you start the Fraxferry, you will have to wait until the check is passed and the ferry proceeds. And during this time period, your assets are locked. You do not have access to them, and there is no way to unlock them until they're actually ferried all the way over to the other side. So bear in mind, this is a slower way of moving assets, but it's safer. The risk to the Frax protocol is lessened because the Fraxferry implements this time lock. Now, when you come to the Frax website, you will want to click on the Fraxferry item on the left-hand side of the page. It even has a little ship, and it will bring up this page. And once you're here, you can choose where you want to have your journey. And right now I'm on Ethereum, but I can select any of the other chains that Frax has assets supported. It goes from Arbitrum all the way down to Polygon. And there's a bunch of other ones here now too. So right now I have some staked FrxETH on Ethereum, and I would be interested in shipping it off to Arbitrum. So I'm going to select Arbitrum now. And then once I select the destination, I'm going to choose the token that I have, which in this case is staked FrxETH. Now, once I select the staked FrxETH, it's going to give me some information up here at the top. And this is going to be the last trip and then next trip. So the last trip left 22 hours ago, and it arrived 22 minutes ago. And the next trip is going to start in 23 hours, and then it's going to arrive one day after that. So here you can see that it will depart at 3 p.m. Eastern on June 6, 2023, and then it will arrive on June 7th, the next day at 1 p.m. So it takes about 22 hours for the ferry to process your transaction. Now, when you do this, you can see that once I select the asset, you can also choose the recipient address. This address is my address, my personal address, but you could put any other address. You could use like the OX dead address and then all the other zeros after that if you actually want to burn your tokens. But if you do have another address, you can put that one here, or you can just use my address. Once you've done that, you can choose the amount of assets that you want to ferry over. In this case, I want to send 0.01 staked FrxETH over to Arbitrum. And be aware that there is a fee. So to use the ferry, there is a fee of 0.004 staked FrxETH. In this case, it's about $7. And that's in addition to the gas fees as well too. So right now, while I have chosen 0.01, it's going to take almost 60% of that. But I'm only sending about $15 worth of assets here right now. So say you had like 1 ETH, you would send like 1 staked FrxETH over, you would get back 0.996. So if you're working with larger sums, which you probably will be if you're moving from Ethereum to somewhere else, it's not going to cost that much. But right now I can choose to, let's send half, just so I can have a little bit of staked FrxETH. I'm going to press the embark button. Okay. And then it's going to come up with a journey schedule. The journey schedule is all the information about my trip and about what is going to happen. So it tells me that my staked FrxETH is going to leave Ethereum and it's going to go to Arbitrum. And once it's at Arbitrum, I'll be able to use those assets in the Arbitrum ecosystem. Now, the next trip is going to leave in 23 hours at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and it will arrive on June 7th at that time at 1 p.m. So I'm just unlocking my hardware wallet here. And you can see that the departure port and the arrival port are also the same. So that is the address that I'm using. That's my ENS address. And I'm sending money from one account to another. Okay, so when I've looked at this journey schedule, I can then confirm. So I'll press approve. I'll get a pop-up and it asks for like a signature request. I can sign it. Okay, it's going to ask me to sign. And once I approve this signing request, it will then come and give me a transaction. I'm going to press confirm. And then that transaction will need to be approved on my wallet. And once that transaction is confirmed, it will process. So we can click on this to see the Ethereum transaction in Etherscan. So remember, this up here, it has a view transaction link to see how your transaction is being processed. So if I refresh this, you can see that the status is successful and it's already in a block. So if we go back, we can see that my stake FrxETH has successfully embarked. My funds should arrive in about 24 to 48 hours. So since the last trip just left, or just got here a few minutes ago, and it's going to be another 23 hours before it leaves, I have some time. So the boarding is available right now. I'm embarked, and then the departure is potentially tonight. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, so now that I'm waiting, I can view my transactions in Frax. And I don't have anything yet because I have yet to make any trips. But once I have more passenger details, it will show me more information. So once you've queued up this transaction, you're all ready to go. Now just wait. You have some time to wait. You'll have a day or two to wait. The estimated arrival time is June 6th at 3:10 Eastern time. And I'll be able to use my assets then. But until then, I have time to wait. So don't worry. If you are also waiting as well too, eventually your assets will come to your wallet. You will just have a time period from when you are not able to use them anymore. So that is going to wrap up this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to follow Flywheel for more information about Frax. And also to follow me. You can find me at traders_insight. Additionally, please come to our website, Flywheel DeFi. You can sign up for our mailing list and get more Frax-based information sent to your email account every single day. I'm Samuel McCullough, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Good luck out there.